Good afternoon and welcome to the Victoria Advocate. I'm Becky Cooper, Managing Editor. Editor and Publisher Chris Cobbler is out of the office this afternoon at meetings, and various other things. So with me at the table is
Tony Valandrin, City Editor.
and behind the camera,
Thomas Martinez, Digital Editor.
let Tom know if you have any comments, questions, answer to the trivia question, whatever, and he will let us know. So our trivia question today, y'all should get this one. What do the two M's in M&M's stand for?
Oh, that's a good question, man.
I think I know. No, that isn't. I know it's at Mars. No, M&M Mars makes M&Ms, don't they? M&M's and Mars. I don't know.
I don't know when they came into the ownership picture though. M&M's might have been before that.
They don't. The Hershey doesn't make them.
Is this one we should know?
Well, y'all are on the right track with your discussion about
say-
Mars.
Yeah, Mars and something else.
It's not Mars and Mars, I can tell you that. So think about it a little bit, but y'all are on the right track.
Mars and Mercury.
Because they owned.
That's good, but not right.
They own lots of candy. Mars owned, well, obviously Mars bars and I know.
Snickers.
Yeah, they own Snickers. Babe Ruth, I think.
Yeah.
Baby Ruth, excuse me.
Big Butterfinger.
Or is it Baby Ruth?
We say Baby Ruth, but it's spelled Babe Ruth,
Yeah.
like the baseball player.
I think Snickers is the best
No, that's my favorite.
candy bar ever invented, man.
It's got everything.
That's a perfect candy bar.
I like the whatchamacallit.
Perfection. I like those too, but
What's in those?
if I had to go to,
It's like a peanut butter version of,
Like Reese's?
peanut butter version of Snickers. Peanut butter is, well, because Snickers has the caramel.
yeah, whatchamacallit's based over a, kind of like a cookie or something too, like a
Yeah.
wafer.
That's right, I've had those.
But if I had to go to and only had one to get, it would be a Snickers. You know?
The original Snickers, not the dark chocolate and not the this and that. It's the original
They
Snickers.
even have now the Reese's Snickers.
Yeah, I saw that.
They have Reese's Pieces and Snickers. That looks a little. It's like, come on, how many hybrids do you want to make? I mean, you want to cross-pollinate all these candy bars. You know, you have Reese's Pieces and peanut butter cups.
It's
Yeah.
all about money, man.
Well, I'm thinking that someone probably accidentally poured some Reese's Pieces in a Snickers mix, and they said, "Oh, look what we have."
Well,
Or you
isn't that
remember
kinda how Reese's came about?
Yeah.
Two people walking down the street, one guy dips his.
Chocolate.
That was the commercial.
Or whatever,
They,
you know that's
they
how it
always
happened.
made it as like it was an accidental invention. You know, you got your chocolate and my peanut butter.
You got your peanut butter in my chocolate.
But out of all the knockoffs, nobody can quite get that formula, that mix of chocolate and peanut butter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'll give them that much. Cause,
I've seen recipes for it, and it's like, no, it's still not the same.
Did you want what you know with traffic?
Well, y'all think about the M&M.
oh, somebody answered our question.
What?
Oh,
Is it Mars and Maury?
How do they spell that?
M-A-U-R-I-E.
Close, but no.
M-A-U-R-I-E. Mars
Close,
and
but
Maury.
no. I'll just go ahead and answer. It's named after the candy's creator, Forrest Mars, M-A-R-S, Mars, and Bruce Murray, M-U-R-R-I-E.
Oh, close. Rudy guessed that. That was a good guess, Rudy.
Good guess. They're both descendants from candy royalty. Mars' father was Franklin Clarence Mars, the creator of Snickers bar, while Murray's father was William Murray, longtime president of the Hershey Company.
Oh.
Report they were conducting surveillance in Colorado.
We're getting better. We're almost.
Clear for a while, please.
We had one right yesterday, so we're good.
you know, a long time ago when I went to Catalina Island, the Wrigleys had their mansion there. The Wrigley
Gum?
family. Yeah, they're the chewing gum fortune.
I love Wrigley Spearmint Gum.
I think it's just a museum now,
Oh,
but
really?
but I remember just that's where I guess the core family lived on Catalina Island.
You can still get Wrigley's for 35 cents, man.
Wrigley's
A
gum.
pack of their original.
Pack of five.
See, there was
Five, yeah.
Juicy Fruit, Spearmint.
Peppermint.
What was there was three of them. It was the yellow,
Spearmint,
green.
and white.
White
What
was
the white?
White was spearmint.
Spearmint.
Green was
Peppermint.
mint.
Juicy fruit was yellow.
Juicy fruit yellow.
The green was what?
Spearmint.
I was called spearmint was.
I mean,
white.
peppermint.
Peppermint.
Was there?
It had the strongest flavor.
But you don't
of all.
see the packaging in those color packages anymore, do you?
Yeah, you get the original looking little, tiny little stick thing looking thing. 5 for 35 cents. I still get some of those. Not all the grocery stores carry them anymore though.
And then there's the big red. That's Wrigley's.
Big red, yeah.
The gum named after the soda water. My mom used to
Is
buy.
it really named after this
I
one?
don't know.
Oh.
I always
I
thought
I
it
know.
was.
I thought it was because of cinnamon flavor.
I think it is a cinnamon. My mom used to buy the fun pieces. It'd be a pack, it'd be a variety pack of the different gums, and she'd hide them so we could only have one a day, you know, and all that healthy stuff. And we'd go in and sneak them in and go out in the yard and chew gum while she's not looking. So, she didn't have many hiding places. We figured them out. Speaking of homes, on our budget tomorrow, a woman in Tivoli is getting a new home today after her original home was destroyed by Harvey. So it's been 17 months since the storm, so that's a long time. So Marina and Evan are down there, and there will be a breakout on how to help.
That's a neat story.
Cool story.
Pat McDonald says hi, by the way.
Hey, Pat. Marina's looking for you. She wants to talk to you about something, so hopefully Marina can reach you today. So, we have a story about Russell Kane's real estate office being burglarized last night. Apparently, according to him, it was trash, something bad.
Why would somebody want to trash a real estate office?
He also has rental property, and maybe they're, who knows?
Is he still in that big building, or did he finally move?
I don't know. I don't even know where his office is in Fort Lavaca. I know he has an office in Fort Lavaca.
Well, I mean,
Correction, 4144 Charles.
anyway, it's just like an odd selection
Mhm.
to target
Yeah.
for a burglar.
I doubt if he keeps money in there, because he deals mostly with big checks at the bank, so if he's selling property.
I'm sure they go to the bank every day anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. So,
Computers, who knows what people are after.
yeah, John's down there. Well, not down there. John's working on that story. We'll have an update. Oh well, anybody who has children needs to register your children for the mutton busting. That'll be at the livestock show at the end of February.
There's no G in that, right?
No, it's mutton with an apostrophe. Bustin', I mean with an apostrophe. Mutton bustin'. It's the little kids who ride on muttons, the little lambs.
You did that, right, Tom?
No, I was not. I was a city boy. I didn't even know what mutton busting was.
Do you even know what mutton was?
Not until much later.
Till he ate one.
So it's fun to
open
watch all the little
fire.
kids to like put on their helmets, to protect their heads in case they fall, and then they just grab the neck and hold on for dear life. It's fun. It's fun to
I
watch.
grew up in Denver, which used to be known as a dusty old cow town. And it had I don't know if it's still the largest, but it had one of the largest stock shows ever. Big time. But I never paid attention to that stuff.
You're kidding.
No.
My sister used to go to it all the time, from Kansas to.
Yeah, it's a big deal still.
Oh, the Western Stock Show?
Yeah.
National Western Stock Show?
Relocating over to Silverstone.
I never went there.
Marta says hello.
Who?
Marta, how are you? What's going on in your world?
In fact, I never went to a stock show until I had to cover one once. So that's where I learned.
A city boy at a stock show. That should have been fun.
Yeah.
My first year at the Angleton Times, my first paper out of college, the Brazoria County Fair is like the largest county fair in the state of Texas, or it used to be. And so we sent, the senior reporter went out there to cover some stuff. She comes back talking about these racing cows that they have out there, these beautiful racing cows. And my editor and I looked at each other like, what the heck is she talking about? So she went and processed her film, and she came out. Isn't this a beautiful racing cow? It was a horse.
It was a horse? Oh,
Like
man.
a high dollar
At least
horse.
I knew the difference
Yeah.
between a cow and a horse.
Yeah, she kept calling it a racing cow. I was like, what? She was a city girl, but you would think that she'd been in Engleton long enough to know the difference between a cow and a horse.
Racing cows.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That's a good chuckle for the day.
Yeah, I like. So that kind of became the inside joke in the office for a while. And we'll have updates on the man who was hit by the train last Friday.
You just skip the delay.
Oh, I'm not sure if that's coming.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
talk to. I didn't ask her when I talked to her. And we have an update on the immigrants or the people who fled from the car wreck in Goliad. And we'll have an advance on a special Victoria School Board meeting, which is coming up on Friday at noon. Good Living is Patillo.
Yeah,
He's talking about what, beans?
talking about how to cook beans to soak or not to soak.
What did he recommend?
My mom always soaked.
He soaks them.
My mom never soaked them.
Takes twice as long to cook that way, doesn't it?
If you don't soak
If you
them?
don't soak.
I don't know.
Well, he gets into also to well, I can't recall, but some people argue it drains some of the protein.
When you soak them.
I don't know. There's a factor involved when the flavor and the nutrients in the bean, and I forget what deprives them. I think the soaking does, but I'm not. Sorry, I edited it late last night around midnight. So
Some of my
Or 11.
sisters, they sort the beans and then they soak them overnight and cook them the
Yeah.
next day. But
yeah, I was telling Meredith I used to help my mom sort the beans,
oh, yeah, we did too.
and I was trying to remember for the life of me how she cooked them, and I think she put them. I can't think of the traditional bean cooker that.
Like a pressure cooker.
No, it wasn't. It was made. It was handmade, and I can't describe it. It's a traditional Mexican bean cooker, bean pot. And because she put the plate over the open flame on the stove, and then set that pot on there, and put water in it, and of course it would cook. And
She put pork in it?
yes. I said bacon to Meredith, but it was pork.
Yeah,
Little
Mom always used
bits
the
of pork.
leftover pork bone, the ham bone or something.
Hmm. But yeah, and then she would fish that out, but it would still. I think she would cook it in that water. I don't know.
So does Dennis offer a recipe with this bean?
Yeah, he does. It's like I just wish I'd paid more attention to my mom doing those things.
Me too. I've never cooked beans in my life. So I don't
Really?
know how
Well, she'd make tortillas too, but my sister, will not make tortillas because she said they will never be any good.
I can make tortillas. I
Oh,
don't like to, but
hold on a second.
Let's see what all these tones are.
The time when Plasto Bloomington volunteers 800 response for 14 Edwards.
Go ahead.
438 HB Food Store 1505 East Trail Grid.
They've walked all over it.
At the front office.
See, I don't understand that. The dispatch channel should be the priority
They're
channel.
advising the customers unaware that it's counterfeit and that they call.
10.36.
Hopefully we'll get it.
Let me go. I missed that.
Okay, well, while he's checking on that, in sports tomorrow we have Victoria West boys play Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial for first place in district. So David is covering that one. Then we have soccer, East Soccer, and that's all we have on the list. I'm sure there's more to come.
14 to 41.28.
So, in the States,
Editorial board at 1:45?
I don't see anything on here about what's going on. We do have a follow-up to the Houston police officers who were shot last night. Or 4 were shot, I think, and 1 was injured. But the 2 suspects were killed. And someone said that 2 of the officers who were shot were considered to be in critical condition, so I don't know what the latest update is. They're serving a warrant. They're part of the police department's narcotics task force or something like that, and they're serving a warrant, and gunfire opened up, which is not good.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure what else is going on. Our poll question for tomorrow is, what is your favorite fast food restaurant? We'll list several and then give you the option of other, please specify, or I don't eat fast food. I was thinking once that we could do a survey and just list all the fast food places in town, and then have everybody list only one thing that they really like when they go to that place, and just see what a variety of answers we get.
That'd be fun.
So, did she hear it?
They heard what we heard.
Okay. So she's checking.
Did you hear what?
That's that holiday's past, brother.
I heard a Christmas song on the radio Sunday. It's like, my God, it's not even Christmas. No, it's Saturday. I said, it's not even Christmas anymore. But they're doing the 80s countdown or whatever. It was on. Okay, anything else we need to talk about?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll sign off. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place. So let us know if you have any questions between now and then.